Howdy, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we dead yet? An old joke that I would actually pull on people, especially when it came down for Halloween. This is Halloween. This is January. This is the 8th of January. This is a Saturday. The 22. I am not the ghost, but I am a host. The Weaver Agency of Roseman, California. What's going on, guys? Another sleep-deprived evening, as it usually goes. And right now, I'm just trying to get myself set up to get under video slapped out there. I never apologize for the attire that I wear, because the attire I wear is usually what I'm wearing for the entire day. Sometimes I would actually put on special attire because of special occasions, and other days you're just looking at me as it is. Eventually I am going to do, hopefully, to get a damn haircut. It's going to be looking awfully weird next time we meet. Short and gone without the stringy stuff, because I can't stand it anymore. Because of the COVID situation. I hadn't been able to get out as much to get a haircut, despite the fact I may have got a honking big ass electric hair trimmer and a beard trimmer. The beard trimmer I have more fun with because it's more portable. It doesn't hook up into anything. It's just a small thing. I can just get rid of this speech fuzz. But as for the other one, I need human help on that one. Especially if I'm going to get all the damn hair off. Not go completely, just have to have some. I'm getting tired of chewing on this damn hair and having it fall apart. I'm acting like it's some kind of chemotherapy treatment I'm going through. And I didn't even realize it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is sometimes you might get a weird-ass dream sometimes. Now, I know that people have been getting nightmares one way or another when it comes down for PTSD, and when it comes down for grief, and when it comes down for depression. They're sharing some different things. Doesn't matter what the hell it is. It comes down in many forms. When the grief and the fear, actually, when the anxiety and the fear get in contact with each other, it works on the subconscious fears and manifests in many ways that scares the living crap out of people. In my case, shellfish. I can't stand shellfish. I never could stand shellfish and the little tiny, crayfish. I was trying to look for the word crayfish. All the way to the crabs, lumps. They creep me out to dimensions. The shellfish we have out here, not shellfish, but the land shelf. They don't like pincers. They scare the hell out of me. But what's even worse is the crabs usually freak and creep and make me go. You were looking at a dead thing over in a fishmonger place. Not alive, but dead. So I don't know if I see him alive at any other time I see him dead in the freezers. I can't stand any of it. And yet in my dreams, if my anxiety level is to such as so is my fear, here it comes. She's coming, you know. Oh, we're slithering stuff. I can't even have a dream concerning about the beach or a harbor. Well, taking into consideration, get the things coming out from the water with the eyeball stalks, looking after for me, waiting to creep me out. And then I have to wake up real fast. I'm not planning on being someone else's dinner. Thank you very much. It scared the hell out of me, it freaked the hell out of me. I gotta deal with that shit, okay? And then I gotta deal with this shit in the desert. I gotta deal with coyotes, I gotta deal with insects, I gotta deal with scorpions. God, I haven't seen scorpions over here. Now they're freaking out me too. Whole complex. Not to mention having rattlers around the area. Haven't heard them, but I know they're out there. Just I feel them. But during the winter time, they're not as active. During the summertime, when the temperature gets even warmer, yeah. Because of our climate has been changing over the past decades or so, their behavior patterns have been changing drastically. Nature has been trying to adjust to mankind's screw up. Weird my ass. I think nature's going to be striking back with all our fear if she hasn't been doing so already. Getting back to the individual person. There have been times that even when my own damn fears and uncertainties plague my ass, when my own longings for a familiar face, it'll draw upon whatever people I've come across or haven't come across. They'll throw up composites left and right. And I'll see these different people in my dreams left and right. But every once in a while I'll be seeing my family one way or another. I'll be with my brother and I'll be with my mother, and it's like nothing else has happened. It's an assurance. It's a regularity. It's telling me that everything's all right. Sometimes they'll say it, sometimes don't. They'll be coming in and out, and the rest of the time I'm still trying to figure shit out on my own, going along with the dream, going along whatever's happening. But sometime I'll have a dream with my brother and I'll have a dream with my mother, or both. And if it's me and my brother and mother, that means David and I have an errand for Mama. We always had an errand for Mama. Doesn't matter, we always had an errand for Mama. She could be dead and we still have an errand for the Mama, one way or another. So the boys are still carrying out Mary Ann's wishes. But that's alright. I don't have to wake up and blubber my head off. I can wake up and just feel like I'm alright. And that's what it's supposed to mean sometimes. That I can wake up and know it's a dream, and then I have to deal with the reality. But in one form or fashion, they're still trying to tell me that it's alright to wake up, it's alright to live, despite the fact that I miss them a great deal. The fact of the matter is, their ashes are still here with me. They may creep out a lot of people, but you know, I don't care. It's works on different levels for people, I guess. And for me, it does too. I know my brother and my mother are here. I know they're dead. But I also know that they're still here. And their presence are known to me, one way or another. And I know at times when I get triggered, I'm going to be missing them like crazy. And I am allowed to feel sad. I'm given permission to feel sad. I'm given permission to let my eyeballs out. I'm having problems with the light bells this morning right now as it is. No, I've been having crap in my eyes. I'm trying to dig out or trying to flush out anyway, so we got this little squeaky eye here. Let the natural salt and the saline solution clean them out a little bit. Or open up this damn eye out. And being diabetic as I am, I'm constantly flushing myself out. A lot of water. My only sugary drinks these days is either Gatorade or Tang. But I know that the Gatorade and Tang have electrolytes, have chemicals that more my body needs. I don't go for the sodas anymore. Not for a little while. I don't guzzle these things like other people would. Drink here, drink there, but most of the time it's water. My body's craving for it, I give it. I don't have to worry about that. Much like I don't have to worry about if I'm going to be crying in public or not. If the triggers happen, they happen. And I have to be ready for it. I have to be dealing with it more today after this. And I have to be consigned to the fact that I may not go shopping again. But I need to. I have to. I have no choice. Some things I do want to try. And in order for me to try them out, I gotta get them first. I'm not gonna be totally dependent upon delivery drivers to screw things up left and right. Thanks a lot, Amazon. So now I gotta wait for that crap in the morning. Yesterday was a bad day. There are certain times that there are going to be bad days and there are going to be worse days. That we're not going to be able to deal with it. That I know that I am not going to be able to deal with it. And we have to give ourselves permission to feel that, to be that way. We have to. Despite what anybody else says, despite what life says, life has a way of intruding left and right, saying, no, you have to pay attention to me because I am life and I gotta do this shit. Sometimes you gotta tell life to go fuck off. I need the process. And sometimes life will bite you in the ass. And other times it won't. But if you need to process, you need to process. Now, I've tried to explain to people in different forms, different bits, that processing is different for everybody. They grieve differently. We don't have a general universal way of doing it. But I know that there are several things that psychologists from, God knows, from 1800s all the way to current, have been trying to diagnose how we go through the grief state. And you're never through with the damn shit. I don't care what the hell the doctors say. I don't care. You're never through with it. Especially I know when I had it compacted so much inside of me that I thought I had dealt with. That one major situation happens and they're all out. They're all out just causing havoc. I can feel pain and grief over the littlest things. A long while ago, before my brother passed away, blocked it off. Shoved it away. Hoover Dam, it's yours. Hoover Dam, it's yours. Hoover Dam, it's yours. Do you know that Hoover Dam only has a capacity? And once it reaches that capacity, watch out. Well, inside my head, My subconscious says, don't over damn. Of all my damn feelings, my agonies, my losses, my griefs, my pains. And I haven't done anything to release them yet into a controlled stream where I am not in danger of having a damn breakage because of too much stress and strain built along the damn shield walls. Well, when my brother, actually when Mom passed away, there was cracks already in that shield wall of mine. Didn't even realize it. Lost a surrogate mother on the level of my own mother. Okay, more cracks, more stress. Lost a cousin along the way. Actually, I think I lost a cousin before I lost Mom. Yeah, I did. Hear the damn breaking and groaning and creaking during it. But losing Ma, that was when the cracks were starting to form. And then I lost Dee. That's when those breakage coming in. And then when I lost David, that was it. The dam said, and everything I had stored up inside, everything I had outside, identity, feeling of self-confidence, of worth, of surety, of knowing, of being, of feeling, of whatever it is, I was centered, right? No, uprooted and planted down in place. I wake up one day and the nightmare has already been the reality. I lost my brother. The incident was, my brother had already been suffering through strokes, transic ischemics. So they've been affecting portions of his brain left and right. And he hadn't been complaining as much for the headaches, but he had been getting headaches. That was the warning signs that something was wrong. And he had to go to the doctor. The doctor told him, yeah, you had him. But they didn't hit him as hard as a massive pain as it did with our grandmother, as it did with our mother. Well, with our mother, it was just the many transischemic attacks that were happening with her. And the same thing with my brother. In different regions of the brain. So it affected his mobility, it was affecting his speech, it was affecting portions of him that I really had to start working with him. Challenge trying to get him back and forth to a doctor's office, that's for sure. And trying to interpret and trying to deal with David's temper because he wanted to say something, his brain wouldn't allow him. It's aphasia. And he was having a hell of a time trying to adjust, and he didn't want to adjust. He didn't want to die the way Grandma and Ma died. I knew it. He didn't have to say it. He didn't have to say it. I knew it. It had some kind of communication bond between a brother and another that we can practically understand each other in one way or another. But sometimes you still need the verbal communication to understand what he wants to eat, what he wants to do. And that was the hard part. And he knew I was going to be doing the 24/7 on him. And he knew I was going to be dropping off school, their responsibilities, take care of him. He didn't want that either. He didn't want my life to be ending up that way. And he knew I was going to be doing it anyway, regardless. It wasn't the easiest damn thing in the world to do anyway, but it was. I had to make sure that he was alright. He was taken care of. It was my brother, it was my responsibility. And I wouldn't have changed it for a world, even though it was hard as hell. I still would have been making decisions. And we never did get to the legal stuff. Everything was still in his name. One day, he's telling me that he can't breathe. Exactly that. I can't breathe. Looks me up and goes, John, I can't breathe. So I know he's having problems. He speaks 3 or 4 words succinctly. I know he's got issues with this one. Called 911 on him. And I'm listening to the instructions as I'm trying to get things put together and trying to take care of him. When you get into a routine, you don't even bother with some things. And you don't even realize it's going to be the last time. And this was going to be the last time on September 8th, 2018. The ambulance comes in, the crew, the Stokes, I still call it Stokes crew. And he's able to get onto it. But he's also having problems breathing, despite the fact you're going to be putting full flow oxygen on his face, through his nose. It's collapsing in here. I don't know. Because I can't see the action, because I'm focused forward, and I'm trying to focus on my own end of transportation and letting everybody else know what's going on. By the time I get over to the hospital and I'm got the gear, get to the emergency room, pedestrian area, he's already been wheeled in, or just about to be wheeled in. Still having problems trying to get him to breathe. Trying to get a tube down his throat, is still not able to do it. It's collapsing him too damn much. Somehow, as I tried to go over the information in my head, it had to be something I missed. It had to be something I missed. Either a bug got into his damn lungs, or his trachea was so damn weak he couldn't stand the tube going down it to give him some oxygen. Or maybe he decided he wanted to die right there. Whatever happened in the ambulance happened without me knowing it. The next thing I know is he's being wheeled up, and nobody from the ambulance crew comes to talk to me about what the hell's going on. Not even a doctor. I was so damn out of it, so damn stressed, I had to get the hell out of there. Nobody talked to me about it. Nobody ever handled that hospital. Nobody explained what the hell happened to my brother. It's the hardest damn thing to deal with. It was one thing seeing my mother passing away on a ventilator that she never wanted to be in the first place. But then again, it was her body being passed on, not her spirit. She's already been lingering around. She was already at the hospital, CR. Actually, the critical care unit years earlier, when she was passing away in 2013. February 19th. Oh, the first portion was about February 1st. During that time. Memories like that I keep trying to keep alive. Memories like that I don't want to say because they're the last thing on earth I have with her. And I didn't take any snapshots of the last days either, because I sure as hell didn't want to see my brother coming up as a stamp slap. So things like that do hurt. What hurts even worse is about a year earlier than that, he was being treated for a cyst on his right leg, and him being treated by the home health nurse. It was funny because I'm seeing the wound for the first time, and I'm seeing human muscle tissue. But all I could see is deli meat. My brother's seeing this, my look. He goes, "Don't you see it? Don't you see it?" The nurse is looking at me saying, "What?" I go, "Anybody for cold cuts?" My brother was laughing his head off. I'm laughing my head off. She's shaking her head in confusion like, what the hell was this? My brother and I had to explain to each other that we have a quirky sense of humor at the point. This wasn't freaking me out seeing my brother having to wound care. Because once that ice has been broken, I can deal with that. But I couldn't deal with my mother years earlier, a decade or two earlier, because I wasn't able and wasn't mature enough to deal with it. Now I am. But I really wasn't able to deal with my brother being wheeled into the ER looking like 100 times worse than what I saw. Despite the fact I had the ghost trying to tell me that, tell me about the joke to release the tension, release the fear, release the negativity, release whatever it is I was holding on to tightly. I couldn't look back at the memory right now and say, order number one. I couldn't find any humor, despite the fact that I may have had a ghost trying to tell me it's all right. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. My brother was probably tell me one way or another that it's all right. He's safe, and he's no longer in pain. And he came up as cold cuts. You're probably wondering how come I can say that. And if I've already gotten through everything else. No, I'm not. Because I'm going to be paying for this down the road. I'm going to be paying for this down the road. Whenever I try to make a joke out of what happened with my brother, we can laugh about it with each other one way or another. But he knows I still miss him utterly. Deeply. Passionately. We protected each other's ass. We've been through a hell of a lot. And as two soldiers are on a combat field, as close as they are and as different as they are, that's me and my brother. We've seen our own fair share of combat things. And it's something you don't get over lightly. I can talk about the little things about him and his humor. And I'm still going to be regretting it because there's been triggers popping off my head. And I know eventually I'm going to be waking up and probably crying my eyeballs out, or before I get to bed, I'm going to be crying my eyeballs out because I'll be in a safe zone for it. I'll be in a safe place. I'll be sitting on the bed and I'll be crying my eyeballs out. Just as this chair is also safe, despite the fact I've got a camera in front of my face, and I don't have to cry just yet. It's not time. It's not the time. Part of my body's saying, it's been time. Get back in the bed, you sleep it off. And I will. But until that time happens, I'm here to go over the diary log, send it out again, and take care of it. But keep this in mind. There are those people who are at different levels of grief, pain, loss. We each have our own levels going through. I was still in a state of shock, but the pain was gradually catching up. Mama was the hardest because I had to deal with it and I had to fight like hell not to feel. David was the son. He's suddenly cute. And that's what makes it even harder. So yes, I have to talk about these things. Yes, I have to put this on video. Yes, I have to put this out there on YouTube. The world must know. The world must see. They must see pain. They must see this stuff. There's enough pain right there out there. There's a lot of political crap going on. A lot of viral warfare crap going on. And the two have married with each other, and they're trying to give everyone else a major pain. Well, we got our own real pain right in our own backyard, in our front yard, in our home. It changes the dynamics around. It changes our reality around. How we are supposed to live, how we're supposed to deal, how we're supposed to cope. Our physical reality gets changed and warped like crazy that we lose places and we lose things. Me, fortunately, I had to fight like hell. And I know eventually I'm going to lose all this. I know. I've already lost a hell of a lot of crap over the past 10 years that has been inherited from 3 or 4 family generations. And I've lost stuff during the process. And other stuff that was too personal to me that I had to leave behind as well. And I had to make pictures, digital pictures, to keep them held in reserve, just in case. Put on drives, trying to transfer to computers so I can take a look at them from time to time and use them. Ways of keeping the past alive. Ways of keeping the past going. Sharing the past with others. Sharing with family and friends if I actually have any. But being able to keep those memories going. I have become a crypt keeper. I have become a caretaker, a caregiver. I gave now. I guess I'm a grave digger. And I'm supposed to be taking care of the ground, so I'm a caretaker. Caretaker of memories, of stories. So for this one, I'm going to end this without me falling asleep. Easy on yourselves, take one step at a time, 1 minute at a time if you have to. Be gentle on yourselves. You got permission to ball your head off. Nobody else likes it. They don't have to. They're not you. You are you. You are dealing with you. You are taking care of you. They're not. You care of you.